Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Scorpio reading. We are still resonating with the energy of the solar eclipse, but the full moon will occur on the 23rd of April. This is going to affect you in a really personal way, Sagittarius, as I believe you may be internalizing a lot of the psychic energy. There may feel even to be an energy of pressure on you. There's so much that you are seeing change and opportunities available because of the energy of this eclipse. I am doing personal readings, and the information for that is in the description box below. I thank all of you who have participated in the free reading giveaway on or about the first of each month, and I choose those winners from the comments and from the donations. Thank you for generously donating to me. It makes such a big difference, and for all of you who are tuning in and present now, thank you for being here. Let's get started, Sagittarius, with your overall energy, the Six of Pentacles. This is about you managing all the exchanges of energy in your life. This is you balancing out your ability to give and to receive. And usually when this card appears, you are someone who envisions themselves, understands themselves to be a provider, someone who is necessary in a community, in a job, on a project, to help others to do their jobs well. You are supporting others as needed. And in many ways, because of this natural tendency to support others, to cheerlead others on, you are attempting to step back and make sure that you receive the same energy that you put out. It's not about equality, it is about equity, and that means that you are supporting others to work from their strength, from what they're good at, de-emphasizing their weaknesses simply as you do, really building up your ability to encourage people, to paint an optimistic, a positive picture of your goals. And this inspires others. Motivation is understandably very critical to your understanding of the way in which this collaboration or team can function at its highest. In the 10th house, we have the Star card, your social position, the way others see you. You indeed are an inspiration to others. And in part, it's because you have an authentic vision of a better world. You are invested in the possibilities of people working together towards an end that includes the betterment of the world, the health of the world, the health of all members on the team. This is about your view of the world and the possibilities that can be achieved. And because of that, you are actually a speaker. You are someone who can represent the team in a way that other people notice and listen to the way that you speak to this vision, in particular because you authentically embody this as part of your social role. In the first house, we have the Ten of Wands. You, like almost everyone so far, at least all the fire signs, are in a period of transition, and that's the 10. The 10 is the number of revolution because it reduces down to a 1. So this is about the preparation to start on a new journey as you reevaluate your responsibilities in light of equity in terms of all exchanges of energy. You perhaps understand that you have carried burdens that don't belong to you. And even if it's for the best reasons, it is not appropriate for you to sustain this effort much longer. It isn't that you're stepping back from carrying the vision, but you are no longer able to or willing to carry the work, the responsibilities for all members. And this is such a healthy change for you. This, in many ways in the past, your desire to carry the ball for the team was as much a reflection of your lack of belief in yourself, your lack of feeling adequate to the task, not feeling truly deserving of simply being a member on the team, feeling as though you had to do extra work to prove your worth. You're not in that position now. You understand that in order to sustain this beautiful vision you have and to experience it in a healthy, pleasurable way, in a balanced, just way, then you need to realign your responsibilities with what you can sustain and are responsible to. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your roots, or your origins. The Death card is just verifying this change here. This is about releasing control so that the 13 number reduces down to 4, the number of the Emperor. This is a higher octave of control. So the Emperor expresses control for self. The Death card is about releasing control of others. You can't maintain the sense of taking on the responsibilities of others as a form of control, not just as a form of feeling included or valid, worthy. And so this change may be a physical change that's occurred in your family, a sense of loss, of having lost either a significant relationship or some material aspect of your life that is shifting things. It can also be the loss, the release of family story. This is you severing your belief in a family story, a reality that you now perhaps see very differently. You're not clinging to the story that's been told about you or your origins anymore. You're seeing it in a very new way, which is building up your investment in legacy, your understanding survival, triumph, transformation, the ability to sustain oneself through incredible hardships as victory, as to be celebrated, as stellar. And in many ways, this feels as though you may be contributing to some cause or activism around compensation. I can never come up with a word, not repatriation, but reparations. That's the word I'm looking for. There may be something here about your investing in reparations in a way that you did not understand it or value it in the past, a different understanding of what reparations means on a personal level, how you may be healing a story of oppression or violence by recouping, rebirthing your idea about your origins. In the seventh house, the house of your significant relationships, the Eight of Swords. A lot of ideas here are swimming around you. You are receiving the opinions, the expectations of others in some new position. You may be contemplating a partnership or a new goal, a new direction. And in that regard, You may feel oppressed by the weight of what's been done before, of tradition, and in that way you feel hamstringed. And this feels like it's all working of a piece, so that you have had to release this sense of control regarding your family story, regarding the way you work with others, regarding your relationships, perhaps particularly with teammates, with family, the way that you understood your worthiness in the past as being the provider, the one taking control, assuming responsibility. And this is you having to release all these false beliefs about the unnatural, unsustainable burden that you have felt as a result of the expectations of others. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey card, Sagittarius, and if this reading is resonating for you, please like this video, please share this with others, please comment below and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, and I've chosen gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. This couldn't be any more lovely, because it's feeling to me as though you're sort of digging yourself out of a conceptual hole, a spiritual hole, a sense of oppression, or dragging a heavy weight with you. And I see you transforming that perception and that experience. And I pull the Kikada. And the plant associated with that is a lovely wake robin, and the trillium. I love the trillium. And the key words are inner voice. You're transforming into your best self. It's time to reemerge and use your voice to reconnect with the world around you. This is stunning. I'm going to clarify the Ten of Wands in the first house with the Queen of Pentacles in the second house and the King of Swords in the third house. You're definitely bossing up in terms of a variety of aspects of yourself. You're bossing up in terms of the way you respect and honor your body, yourself. You are understanding that you deserve the abundance of security and stability, where you may have had a limited view on what was permitted or allowed for you, what you were deserving of. That has changed. You're understanding that you are ideally trained, guided to take the resources you have and amplify them. Make them more plentiful. This is about building up the harvest so that your work ethic, your selfless sharing in all aspects of a project, your leadership in terms of support and understanding the necessity of discipline and a plan are doing you well. They are actually expressing themselves through your body, through your possessions, through your home. It is growing as a result of this greater sense of deservedness. At the same time, you have become very masterful in terms of challenging your own assumptions, understanding that your beliefs, not bad beliefs, but you have a richer idea now of the potential of your ideas, the potential of your truth, how that re-experiencing, rebirthing the family story, the cultural story that you've told is actually able to uplift, create hopefulness for others, to restore the faith of others in the possibilities that exist as the result of hardship, perhaps oppression, being excluded. So there is a really strong desire in you to actually formalize a method by which you can share information, that you can create action out of these realizations, this truth, that by understanding the greater impact of this family story that you're now envisioning in a fresh, more hopeful way, you are joining a massive global community. In the fourth house, the Death card is clarified by the Five of Cups in the fifth house and the Three of Swords in the sixth house. It is natural to consider, as we emerge into a new vision, we open up our faith and belief in the things that we can have, the dreams that can be fulfilled in some way, that you consider the ways in which you've experienced the contrary, right? We've all failed. We've all been disappointed. That's part of being human. But the way in which that has impacted you has perhaps been limited in the past. You have been gun shy, so to speak, to approach the idea that you're deserving of abundance, prosperity, stability, or that the sense of a new passion, a new love, a deeper connection to what you believe in is something that has left you cautious. But it's natural to consider that. You wouldn't be circumspect if you hadn't recognized that you're willing to chance new opportunities. You're willing to go forward based on a deep, deep understanding of the way in which these challenges, these disappointments or failures have been gifts to you, have helped you to connect more deeply with yourself, to understand better who you are, and to allow that experience, actually the understanding, to heal you, so that you have the courage to sweep away the old beliefs, to let die the old sense of not being worthy, to relinquish those responsibilities you held on for others as a way of validating your belonging somewhere. And I dare say, Sagittarius with a Sag rising, how has that worked out for you? I can actually say that being the cheerleader on a team, taking up the ball of leadership, making sure everyone has what they need to do a job, has rarely netted me the kind of inclusion and belonging that I was seeking. The Eight of Swords in the seventh house is clarified by the Four of Pentacles in the eighth house and the Knight of Wands in the ninth house. You're all about your stability. You're all about having laid a foundation. You've achieved, you've chipped away at that sense of insecurity. You have built a foundation for yourself, a material one, that encourages you to recognize that this foundation is the basis of real wealth, of prosperity, of abundance. And that is something that perhaps has been challenging to you. You've had to do this by little steps. And that has taken you to a place of real passion, empowerment, inspiration, able and willing to move out and explore and new directions in growth and expansion, discovering new aspects of what you love, what gives you power, of the power of your heart. And that is what makes you the enthusiastic spokesperson. You haven't relinquished the job of cheerleader. I'm happy to let you know. That is still a part of your gift of optimism, of positivity, of seeing things in terms of their greater potential, their spiritual potential. but you're willing to go the distance to spread the word, to share what you're learning, what you're envisioning with others in a way that doesn't deplete you, that doesn't take everything you have. After all, this is simply the beginning of the vision, the manifestation of your vision, spreading the news, spreading the good word. And the star in the 10th house is clarified by the Four of Cups in the 11th house and the Hermit in the 12th house. Indeed. So there's this strong, strong sense that you are desiring a cultivation within, this sense of connecting with yourself for the answers, because this is what's bearing you fruit all along. It's facing up to the difficult, overwhelming aspects of your family story, the way in which you maybe have overcompensated for not feeling worthy of participating, of belonging to the winning team, that you are understanding that you are an original for a reason and you have the right to be who you are, that you are unique. Your journey can be shared with others. You will do that. That is already built into you. You're not hoarding information from others or knowledge about the path to greater fulfillment. But you've done that by incrementally establishing practices that support you, that feel good to you, that lift you up, that don't criticize you, that don't put you down, that don't compare you with others. You've learned to follow that support, that everyday sense of honoring and respecting, loving yourself is what is giving you that incremental sense of confidence and stability, what is essentially that foundation, that emotional foundation that is going along with the ability to secure and stabilize yourself in the material world, to build that abundance on in a practical way. That's what's giving you the confidence to move out, the ability to overturn this idea that you've got to be taking care of others, otherwise the work won't be done. I'm going to finish off this reading, Sagittarius, with a crystal oracle, and am sincerely hoping that this has helped some of you and that you will let me know in the comments if that is so. I thank you for that. And I pulled the appetite. Get out of your comfort zone. Hear, hear. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Until next time, namaste.